Do you have any idea how you want to start this?
Do you want me to yawn?
We've been over that. No, you've had enough yawning for tonight.
Did you push the start button?
Yeah, it's going.
Oh.
We don't have to use it necessarily.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I've never done one of these.
Oh yeah, that's true. So how do you feel about joining in for additional thoughts?
It's good. I feel good about it.
All right. All right. Well, great. How do you feel about the album Thursday by The Weeknd that we're talking about on Wednesday?
It was nice and chill until you listened to it.
Oh, until you pay attention to it?
Right. Yeah. I like it. I liked it. As long as I don't think about the words, because then it's really sad and down, but I really liked I would listen to that.
I feel like I want to give it an award because I also like it, and I really can't explain why. Like,
did you notice how I just said I like it over again?
right.
With no...
It's very strange.
Like,
because
commentary?
it's an enjoyable album. I feel like we were talking about this too when we were listening to it on the way back from San Diego. It's more of like a nighttime vibe. You just kind of put it on, you chill to it, you don't really pay attention to it. And I've had other albums where that's kind of the experience, that's kind of the purpose, is you just put it on and you kind of vibe with it. But this one I feel like is so much so, like, this is it. When I try and describe the album, it sounds like I don't like it because there's really nothing on this one that jumps out a lot to me. Rolling Stone.
I like Gone.
Gone's cool. I like Rolling Stone.
Gone's one of the only ones you don't have a heart by.
Yeah, that's the one with Drake. But Drake is good on that
I like that one.
Yeah, Gone is good. Life of the Party I like. I mean, it's...
You would like Life of the Party.
Yeah. The thing that's interesting about Thursday to me is the first one, House of Balloons, which you have... I don't think you've heard that whole thing, but you're familiar with a couple of the songs on there because it's on some playlists that I have.
Okay.
That one has a couple songs that I enjoy as singles. In this one, none of them I really care for as singles. Like, I just like it for its vibe, and I enjoy having it on. And it's weird because there's nothing that jumps out to me. There's nothing where, as one song is concluding and it's building up, I go, oh, cool, that next one's... Like, no, it just kind of does its thing.
You could loop it pretty well together. And it's like a comfort album. You can just have it on and then do something else and just...
Yeah.
You know, it's just easy.
I think, too, something I really appreciate about the album, I think probably the aspect I like the most is it's very patient with itself.
Yes.
Longer songs. Yeah. It takes its time. It's not in a hurry. It has its aesthetic. It stays in that aesthetic. It doesn't worry about anything else. It is its experience and stays true to that.
Almost so that, and I could really see this in Life of the Party now that you mention it, almost to the point of creating, well, in me, like this stressed out anticipation. When I was really listening to it and listening to the words, I was just like, everything's just gonna fall apart. And it did. It was not family night.
It was not. Thursday is not family night, unfortunately, as we came to discover. Not family night.
It's not family night.
No.
But it's
Yeah, it's cool. There's one more for the trilogy. I'm looking forward. I would like to do that before the year is over to wrap up the trilogy, and then it'd be nice to consistently kind of hit The Weeknd because he's got 5 more like sizable albums, like big albums, and he's a huge artist. He's probably got something coming next year. You know, it'd be nice to kind of catch up to The Weeknd to be ready for a new release when that happens.
Do we talk about the video at all?
I only watched it the one time with you. I didn't go back to it at all.
Do you have any additional thoughts about the video?
No, not really. Not really. It's weird. I've listened to this easily 7-8 times. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about it. Other than what I learned from our reaction video of going through the lyrics.
It's a nice album to have on when you're driving and thinking about something
Yes.
else.
Yes.
But it's not so distracting that you're not paying attention to
Yeah,
driving.
right. It
doesn't make you angry.
Yeah. What is that mode they talk about where you drive for hours and you don't even remember doing it? It's like highway hypnosis or some shit like that. It's
I've
a
never
thing.
heard of that.
Oh, really? Oh, no, it's totally a thing. I've done it. Where I get home and I'm like, I don't even remember like getting off the freeway type of thing.
But this one is nice because it keeps you engaged without having you check out. Like it still allows your brain to be active and functioning on multiple levels.
For me, what was interesting is even though it's got vocals and it's got a lot of instruments and it's doing this and it's doing that, I almost have like an ambient experience with it.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's just kind of on and it's this mood and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you like the addition of Valerie at the
I
end?
love it. I think it's absolutely critical. To me, that is a critical piece to the album. I'm glad it's there. Molly, thank you for throwing that on there. I guess it's like part of you can see Thursday Original, that's Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
He re-released it, but it's different from the original releases.
So do you think you'd have a differing opinion about the album as a whole if Valerie wasn't on there?
Yeah.
How so? How does that change it that much?
Because it kind of wraps up the whole story in this whole question of, I do want you, I do need you, or I do love you, and no one's going to believe it or know it, even me. It kind of takes the whole toxic relationship and puts a nice little bow on it. And goes, yeah, no, he doesn't even know if it's actually real or not. And to me, it really keeps the theme and locks it into place of this relationship is so toxic, no one even really knows what's going on within it. So I think Valerie is great for that.
So we'd listen to it again.
Yeah, I have listened to it again. I mean, we listened to it on the way to San Diego. We listened to it on
And
the
it
way
has
back.
a good number of hearts.
Yeah.
I remember talking about how I wish we could do half a heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
But
like
I think
all
that's
of them.
just because it's so mellow. Like when you're listening to it, the lyrics are not mellow.
Yeah. Well, and I think I even said during the video, this is a tougher album to react to. Because
Yes.
it is slower.
Yeah.
It is more of a vibe.
Because it's one that you're supposed to just kind of be around and not necessarily with.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's our very nondescript description of our feelings towards Thursday by the Weeknd. I'm looking forward to concluding the trilogy again, hopefully before the end of the year.
And I'm glad I listened to it.
Yeah. How do you feel now? You've done 3-4 album reactions. How do you feel about that experience? Just in general. Being here with me in front of the camera.
You mean hanging out with you?
No. I mean doing album reactions with me. Not hanging out with me.
It's getting easier.
But I overall the process, like, because I don't think you've ever in your life sat down with an album, all the lyrics,
No.
song by song. I mean, have you had...
No, in high school, you were the one who would pick out the CDs and then just hand them to me and say, you need this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, okay, and I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
But I mean, have you found yourself engaging with music more at all, or I mean, is it just a thing and it doesn't?
yes, because I get in the car and I go, okay, what do I want to listen to? And I'm not to the point where I say I want to listen to this song, but I am to the point where I know.
Oh, breakthrough!
But I am to the point where I could say I want to listen to this band or I want to listen to this genre or playlist. Like it is specific on there, and I won't necessarily, like, I'll be looking for a song. I don't know what they're called. But I will go through and say, not this one. It's the one after the other one. It's like the third or the fourth. And it's not this one. It's by that one guy, blah, blah, blah. But I'll find it. So there is, just like when I pick out what I'm going to wear, I want this sweater and blah, blah, blah. So I'm getting to that
You're
with
familiar
the clothes.
enough. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
familiar enough with the song
I
to
can
know
tell
which one
you,
you want to hear.
Yeah, and I can tell you for the most part. I can tell you the brand of the sweater. Not every time, but I can tell you that I
feel
might
like-
be able to tell you what the album looks like, but I don't
By
know
the
what it's
pictures,
called.
little pictures next to the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Maybe in another 40 years.
We'll
I'll
get
be-
there. Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry. Well, this is only 2 years into the channel, so you know, 5 years from now, you might be the hip hop head of the household. Probably not. Probably not. That's okay. Well, I think this Friday will be Outkast, Stankonia. I don't believe Drake is dropping this weekend. I haven't seen anything to indicate that, so I'm planning on an Outkast.
That's, after that song,
Gone?
Gone, and there was one other that we were listening to that had Drake on there. I like him in little bits.
Drake is very good for that aesthetic.
I like that.
And Drake is very good in that setting of like kind of toxic relationships and shit. And I think that's why I have such a hard time with him, because I don't have a toxic relationship. I can't relate to what he's talking about.
Well, maybe we can fix that.
All right, I'll go start hanging out at the strip club all the time. And then come home and be bummed out why you don't want to hang out with me.
No, I want to do that.
Okay. We'll trade off. We'll trade off back and forth. Or maybe we'll both go. We'll go on Thursdays, family night.
Okay, so a compromise is not a good start to a toxic relationship.
It's true. We're failing. Terribly. Yes. We'll work on it. I promise. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.